This is the Old CowTown Museum in Wichita, Kansas. And we're first going to look at the statue here, this bronze statue of Coming Through the Rye by Frederick Remington, on loan from the John and Jane Galloway Foundation. This is the front entrance, and there's a view of Wichita, the downtown area, from the museum. These are the patrons for the CowTown Society. Just pause. When you hit pause, you want to stop and read something. These some information that after you first enter into the museum. So this teepee here with a craftsman there, and this is inside the teepee looking up. I just take that. And there's some information about the teepees, and of course the Cheyenne Village diorama from the Colorado State History Society. Some more information about the teepees. This is about the Ingalls and the Little House on the Prairie information. The Western Migration, and what Kansas is part of that. This orientation building, and the next scenes will be from that orientation building. I recommend you go there and spend some time looking through this before you visit the rest of the museum. This will give you some information about each of the areas you'll see. There's a video you can sit and watch, and you can get some information about each of the buildings and how they were brought into the Old CowTown Museum and where they came from, and a little bit about them, how they were moved and built on the establishment there. Some of the supporting buildings of the farmhouse there you see, and information about Wichita, and there's some information about Laura Ingalls and a Little House on the Prairie, the author. That's that book series, and some information about her family and their lives, and other instances. And talks here's about the first buildings they brought into Old CowTown, the early history of the buildings, where they came from. That some of them came from other parts of Kansas, and I'll go inside some of these buildings and give you a view of what's there, and of course some primitive homes reconstructed or brought on there and onto the into the museum area. You can go in one door and you go out another door, and while you're inside you can take a look around of what it looked like, and they try to make it authentic inside there. And then there's a few more tents here you see with the emblems on there. This is a Kiowa tent here, and the next one is a Southern Cheyenne tent. Their two tents are close together there, so maybe a little bit too tense, but there you go. There's a covered wagon and showing the shade from the sun there, the awning. And I'll go into the First Presbyterian Church here and take a look around, and this is not a busy day for the church, and some articles inside that were maybe from that era, and saving the past, how they constructed the building. Here's a little home here you see, and there's a school building here, I think, has a bell on top, and this old cabin restored, and there's the back door of it, or this is the old settler where it slept, and the fire pit outside, showing you how they cooked outside, and there, and all the utensils and things. And there, the electric light, these are not gas lights, not kerosene lamps. And this bedroom scene. And this is a family that's had two bedrooms. See the sheets hanging there, separating the mother and the father from the children's side of the bedroom. And then the outside of the house, the back door there. Again, another side of the school building here. Now this is a modern restroom, men's and women's restroom, so you can take care of your personal needs while you're visiting the CowTown. Then the Carpenter Shop, and I'll go inside the shop here and take a look at some of the equipment that the carpenter may have used. And there's lots of stuff in here. I believe that's a manual planer there. You can see lots of hand tools. They have to show it depicting what was available in the era, the period there. Now this is a different building here. This is mortuary, the Gill Mortuary. That's, you can see they advertise they have two different kinds of carriages, a black one for adults and a white one for children. It's a pretty sad thought. This side of this building needs painting. I'm showing this because you can volunteer and go out there and help paint that building if you like. Next is the Eagle office. Go inside, and Murdoch, Marshall Murdoch was the editor of the Wichita Eagle, I guess, at the time. And that's his picture. This is some equipment that might have been used during the period where they did some printing. And you'll see the set and type, and there's a gentleman there who's a docent there. He'll talk to you about how that all happened, what's going on there. And then the harness and saddlery shop here, and outside they're getting ready for a gunfight out here. And you see these two guys, and they got a rope around there. You can barely see that blue line going across there. You're not supposed to cross it. And here's some people who are getting ready to do the performance. There's the marshal. He's getting ready to go into what looks like the dentist office.
years ago. Well, we wish that we could say they were cultured, reading things like Last of the Mohicans and Moby Dick and things like that. But those big, thick books, they cost $3 to $5. And fellas, as the breadwinner, most of you guys are earning about $1 a day. So are you going to spend 3 days paid to entertain your family? Probably not.
He sold a horse. Yours? What'd you get for it? Whiskey. One bottle? No, that's the second one. He doesn't drink it. He doesn't drink it. I said he's walking. It's good. Tiger. You leave him here. No, I couldn't deal with it no more. Every time. Oh, what do you think Farmer Brown's going to say about it?
Oh, he's going to be mad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, what'd they do this time? They cut the fence wire again. Did you get the marshal involved? Go see if he's in his office. All right. It is, Marshal. And you better do something about it this time. You need to calm down. I don't care how much money they bring into this town. They're ruining my farm. Check it out. See the couple days. What do you think? I think we ought to hang them. And then make them pay for my wire. Hey! We'll be there. I'm going to bring these two guys too. And we're going to take all your money. How you doing, Joe? You better do something about it this time, Marshal, or we're gonna. Yeah. Okay. Your money, but you need to do me a favor first. Please, for me. Well, I need
lady. You just need to sit in up and get out of here.
Gosh, that's what a health hazard.
Yeah.
You go
It's
in
terrible.
You take a bath.
I don't want to waste my money on what?
Where you gonna take a bath of whiskey?
Yeah, I can kill two birds with one stone.
Now you owe me some money. Hey, Sodbuster, would you come me like that? Settle down, tell me what this fuss all about. Well, you know what it's all about. Your cattle trample my crop. Well, how you know it's my cattle? Can you point them out?
Hey, isn't that your cow over yonder?
Well, I don't know the cattle, but I know you, my hired hand here, said the cowboy that cut my wire had a blue vest and a brown hat. Now you owe me something.
I know you was down, and I think you hired hands to lie.
He don't lie.
I believe he did.
He did the same thing last year. Look, Richard, you'll take word of your help. Well, there were 6 herds come down Southern Avenue today. And just about everybody I know wears a brown hat and blue vest. A hired hand here said the cowboy had tall brown boots. Now you owe me some money.
I don't even know.
You do.
I don't.
Well, I did not cut your wire. Look there. Look. So whoever did was justified in my book. You farmers got your wire all over the country. We can't get our tail through. That's beside the point, Mr. Farmer. You got no proof, my herd, and I don't owe you anything. Yes, you do, boy.
You better back up. You're going to get hurt.
Oh,
Hey, boy, you better hold your tongue. She's going to give you a whipping like your mama never did.
oh yeah, you're a lot of help. Now, I need that money. Oh, no.
Yeah, wait, Doc. Hey, Brown. That's just from the bar. I really don't. I need to talk to him. So,
I got 2 birds.
Brown, what are you doing? Out here causing all this ruckus. Getting your health shot. Look at that. Doc, check him out. You know, Brown, all you had to do instead of this was to go over to the Cattlemen's Association and they would have taken care of everything that you lost. Now,
Cattlemen's Association.
that's right.
Yeah. A lot of good that's going to do me. They're going to pay me for my seed and my labor, but not the crop that would have brought in. It's you townspeople that make all the money off these cowboys, and you leave us poor farmers out here to put up with all the mischief. I'll find all my what he said.
Well, I don't know what he said.
Well, we don't either because he's drunk.
Brown, yeah, you're right. When these fine, upstanding cowboys come to town, we all make money. In fact, last year, didn't you let them graze on your property all winter long?
Yeah, you did. That's right. I did. But I didn't make that much money. It's you townspeople that are making all the money. Now you... Hold on there. I don't want to drink. I don't know who's doing shit. You have a good one. That idiot charged us with bitch for him. As far as we're concerned, he had us outnumbered. Well, there's 2 of them, and 3 of them. Excuse me. 2 now. Okay. 2 of them, and Pitchfork's got 4 times. So everybody knows 2 times 4 is 8. Yeah, it works. anyway, he accused us of cutting his wire, and we didn't do that. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard of. Count wrong. Hand over your guns and let's go. How you doing down there, Terry? I'm free. What about that other guy? He's dead. That tears it. Let's go. I'm going to find out who cut old Brown's fence wire. I'm going to find out who shot his farmhand. Ain't nobody going to tell you anything different. I told you what happened, and that's all there is to it. Ain't that right, boys? That's right. You ain't going to pin this on me. Now, hold on. What are you going to do to stop me? Think you can stop us? Sure, you can take it. Cut my fence wire. Trample my crop. Hold on, Brown. I told you to calm down. Tell me to calm down. Hey, Bob, I'm here. Now I got something for you. You mean call the Undertaker? Yeah, he's been one there.
Well, there you have it. Looks like we got a couple dead cowboys. Marshall's been wounded, and they're taking the other guys off there, cowboys, and I think there's one dead farmhand there. We got the doc there, going to help the marshal get something going for him there, and of course they're all going to the saloon. I guess they're going to have a drink after that battle. And then you can see the guys all come back out, all gathered together, and raise their hats up to.
Today, in just a couple of seconds, we'll drop the ropes. If you'd like to come and have your picture taken with these fine folks, you're welcome to do that. And if you're still around at 3:30, we're going to do a little show for you. Completely different from what's first up. So come on back. That's your entertainment. Thanks a lot for coming.
Pictures with people in the audience who send their kids up to get their pictures taken with them. All very nice, great actors, great fun for the kids. Moms and dads get their cameras ready and take some pictures of them standing with the cowboys and cowgirl there. And it's all part of the act there. You can see get their phones out, take their pictures, and the kids are real happy to be up there, posing in front of everybody there. Great time. Everybody really had a good time. Looks like nobody really got hurt. Just a big show. And gather together in a big group in a line so you can get your picture taken. You can see everybody, the actors there, all there, happy to be available for the audience to talk to them and stuff. Mom holding a little kid there. So the gunfight's over. Going to head back in, look into some more buildings. And my first stop is going to be into the C.A. Miller General Blacksmithing Building to see what they have inside there. See, the kind of looks like my garage needs to be cleaned up a little bit. All the tools, blacksmith had a bunch of horseshoes there in the front, you can see. And then I'm going to go over to the city marshal office here. Inside, and quick picture of the inside marshal's office. Have some things on the wall. And then the scale house here. Don't really go inside the scale house. And I catch a couple of the actors going across the street there. And the Southern Hotel here, oyster dinners. Those ought to be really good. Probably caught out of the Arkansas River. And a little settee place there to sit down inside there and go to the register there, I guess. Pay or whatever. See some pictures on the window. And try to make it comfortable for the patrons that come in. And here's the tavern hall. Of course, you can't go in and sit down there. It's not really a sit down. Just look, another wide-angle panoramic view of the town there. Both sides of the street. And here we have the grain house here, where the chute there, the grain comes down there and fill up a wagon. And there's a big old conveyor belt there that pulls the grain up to the top. And got some things there, you can see. And the elevator, as we call there, Wichita Southwestern Railroad. I'll go inside this building in a minute there. You can see they have a little buggy outside there, and a cart there. There's a hand cart on the other side there. You can't really see it there, though. And this is inside the railroad house here, through the glass, a little bit fuzzy. Now I go inside the building. Over the other side, there's the schedule, the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railroad schedule, the times and things on the chart there, arrival times and such. An article on the wall about the equipment, the box cars and stuff. And this is looking in outside from the inside there, the rail house. United States Express Company. And this is the view of the farmhouse. It's on over a ways from the rest of the CowTown area. House there and the barn next to it. This is a chicken house here. They actually have some chickens out there making their noise. And inside the barn there, you can see some of the equipment they have in there and some of the tools and stuff. And this is the house. I'll go inside this house and look around there in a minute. You can see the 2 stories, the curtains on the windows there. And this is the outhouse. It's not actually a functioning outhouse. You can't go into that one. You have to go back to the main one, the building I showed you earlier. And the barn here. I'll step inside the barn, take a look at the harnesses and stuff they have in the barn. Up in the hay loft, you can see a bale of hay up there and a rope up there. Some hay down below. You can't really go up there, and then the wooden windmill. I thought that was interesting. It's made out of wood there. And here we got another little outbuilding they have there. And this is a building standing above the ground there, so the air can get under it. And then they have a thing here where they make sorghum. And I'll talk about that in a minute. And then I go inside the home here and take a look around inside. You see the wood stove there. Things on the wall. They had see a little hand pump over there. I don't know if you noticed that or not. It says hot stove. And this is the living room here. It's very nice, elegant room. And I guess that's a organ or some piano. I'm not sure what. And some other cabinets here. Very beautiful woodwork. And a table on the wall. It's pretty simple. Just a clock on the wall there. And back outside. And thought I'd take a picture of outside here. There's a garden they have started. They don't have a lot growing. This spring should have a lot more garden. There's a hang the clothes out there outside on the line after you wash them. And this is some old equipment that they refinished and make it look like new. And what is sorghum here? This is an article. You can pause it, watch that. And there's some old equipment that used to use, I guess, to mash the sorghum. And a wheel there, that big long stick, and to grind it up. And then I went to the meat market here, where they were selling some stuff. You want to buy some pork rinds, go inside the meat market, and they have some things hanging on the wall that they used to sell in the old meat market. Here's some prices here I thought was interesting. Take a look at and different prices. And back outside, some of the actors still sitting around. Go visit with them if you want to. They look like they're ready to talk to you. And then here's a couple of them going to walk across the street here from the jail. And then the music store, a very nice music store. I went inside here to look at the instruments. Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, I didn't see any accordions, but that's what I had when I was growing up. I wasn't quite old enough for this stuff, though. So here you have a piano here, and I'm sure that all this equipment would have been very interesting for me. They're repairing a guitar there and a violin or something there. And then my favorite store, the general merchandise store. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff in this store. You need to spend a lot of time just to see all the stuff in here. It's like the Walmart of the 1800s. Had everything in here you'd want. Well, almost. And the material here for the ladies want to make their own clothing and stuff. They buy it here. Then we've got a grinder there. It grinds different grains and stuff. Desk, I guess, where the store operator worked. Both my grandparents were in the general merchandise business back in the early 1900s themselves. So here you go. You see some pottery for sale, some dishes, china on sale there. Ladies can buy and put in their kitchens. And then they had an assortment of drugs here, too. We'll see more drugs in a drugstore later, and some shoes. buy some shoes. If you're lucky, they'll fit you. And here's some of the grain they had there that, like what might have been available at the time, and some other goods there you can see on the wall, and some produce. I didn't check to see if those were real or not, but very well could have been, and some hand tools for the guys to buy there. This is a jail, and there's a sign on the jail was locked. I couldn't go in. There's a sign there that talks about the jail. And it was built in 1871. And then in the bank, I went into the bank here, and you can see what it looks like in the bank. And of course, it was closed. It was Sunday, so it was, well, I got in anyway. But so you see the Longhorn there on the wall. Banking. There's an article about banking in Wichita. Pause it and read that if you like. And the Baldwin's Art Gallery, and this is the guy that takes the pictures. So, and I guess sometimes there's a photographer there to actually take pictures of the public. He wasn't there at the time. I'm not sure when he does come in. And then the fine millinery shop here, where the lady's inside there. First, you can see the front of the store here, the gentleman there, and you see all the cloth goods there. They can sew and make you a dress or whatever you want. And they got signs there. And this is the lady who was a docent there. She used to tell you about the store, and I asked her if she could make me a suit, and she said, yeah, we probably could. So anyway, you can see some of the clothing they have there. It's very intricate stuff, very interesting articles to read about Victorian dress and things there on the wall. So you can see that mannequin there with a dress on. Then I go back outside, and the cowboy's still outside there talking. This is the drugstore, and there on the end there, this is the soda fountain. You can stop and read this article about where the soda fountain came from, and made a close-up look. This is one of the earliest soda fountains available. You can get your soda here, have a soda drink, and they add flavors to it and stuff. And then here's some medicines and stuff available. You can see there. Lots of different things available there. They have, I imagine it says colored water. It talks about the drugstore and the Allen's. I guess E.B. Allen drugstore there. And here you can see where he actually mixed up some of the drugs himself in the store. And then the dentist office, Dr. A. Fabrique. And this is upstairs there. You go up there, and there's a dental chair there. And you go in the back room, and here's more of a private dental room here where they probably pull out a tooth or two for you there. And I don't go into the Counselor Law Building this is a harness and saddlery shop here, collars and plastering. I didn't go into that. And furniture store. I didn't get into that one. Then there's the outside view of the Wichita City Eagle. And this is the way out. This is the exit going out that door. Thanks for watching.